is Russ, back in the car again, coming out of Costco. What time is it? 10:17. Yeah, it's like 44 or 45 degrees outside. A little chilly. Yeah, it's a little chilly. Yeah, I'm still coughing quite a bit, and my voice is still messed up. But I'm gonna try to do my review today of the one product because I've got to get it done with, and I don't think it's gonna improve any better. So no option. Got to do it. Got to do it. Hey, I went to Costco and got my cheese pizza and got a drink out of it. But this is what they gave me: can of Coke Zero. A can, okay. So at first I was thinking, oh man, a can. Then I thought about it and I said, hey, now I could actually see what an actual canned version tastes like. Yeah, because I wasn't going to buy it, as I told you guys before. I said I'm not going to buy cans of Coke Zero because I usually get the fountain version when I'm getting my pizza. But, so anyways, they gave me one, and I had it with my pizza. And then we decided to get another one. Yeah, I was talking to my friends at Costco. I said, "What's up with the drink machine? I mean, it's out of order." He goes, "Yeah, I don't know." So he said, "I'm going to ask for another one for refill because it does say, drink with refill." I go, "That's right." So I went up there first, and I said, "No, I'm going to go get one. Let me see what happens." So I brought my can up with me, and I said, "Can I get a refill?" He goes, "Sure." So he gave me another can, right? I mean, it costs them more money this way. Fountain drinks are usually cheaper than actual canned drinks. But if their machine is out of order, they got no option, right? So anyway, while I was up there, there's this lady. She's asking for a refund. She went on the kiosk. I believe she ordered a hot dog. So with the hot dog, you get a drink. But then he had to tell the lady that the drink machine is out. So she didn't want that. So she says, "Can I get a refund?" And he goes, "Sure." But he couldn't do it. He needed a manager to do it, No big deal. I mean, they just take her over to the side and give her a refund. So we were talking, and then I told my friends this, and she goes, "I wonder why would she want a refund?" I said, "Well, maybe she doesn't want Coke product. Maybe she wants lemonade or something, right? And we can't get that because the machines are out." So she canceled her order. So interesting. So anyway, let me tell you about the Coke Zero thing. So I drank it without any ice. They gave me a cup because he says, well, the ice part still works, but the fountain part isn't working. I took a cup. I poured the Coke Zero into the cup. But the thing is it's not cold enough, and I think that will skew your decision of what the Coke Zero really tastes like. Because I kind of felt it was a little sweeter than maybe some of the other times. Now, my friend Mike, he says he can't tell any difference between the machines, and he's only been drinking Coke Zero since the switch over as well. But I can tell a difference. I can tell there's because I'll go from machine to machine just to try it, and there's a difference. And I know some of you guys have told me, he says, well, try an actual can of it because then there's more consistency, right? Because on the dispenser ones, it has to mix the syrup part with the watery part, right? Well, the can ones are supposedly mixed properly at the factory, right? So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and try it, and then I'll report back to see how it is. So I guess in a sense it worked out for me. Really, those cups that they give you are bigger than what a can is. What is a can? 12 ounces? So I think the cups must be like 16 ounces or 20 ounces or something. So it didn't fill the whole cup up with the can. Yeah, these are 12 fluid ounces. Now usually what I do is I'll get 2 cupfuls, Yeah, I mean, I drink too much of this stuff. Really, it's not really good for me in the first place. But now at least now I'll know. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm headed back. I'm gonna do my review of the one product, even though my voice is messed up. I've been coughing all night long. Um, the phlegm is still there. I am blowing my nose less, but yeah, I'm coughing a lot, really a lot lately. But during the evening, I was coughing all night long, so my voice is really messed up from just the coughing. But I've got to do it, so I'm going to do it today. Whatever it is what it is. I mean, otherwise it's just never going to get done. So, all right. Anyways, Mike, my friend at Costco, asked me. He says, "Do you edit this stuff?" I go, "Nah, I don't edit anything. Russ is lazy." No, well, okay. He says, if you're coughing, I go, okay, if I'm coughing, like if I have a, outbreak of coughing, I will probably edit that out. But in general, I don't edit much of the things. And I told him I don't script anything either. Yeah, everything is pretty much what I'm thinking at the time. This is how I've been doing the More From Russ channel. Now, when we do Russ is Right isn't scripted, but I do have in my mind what I'm going to say. I mean, because I have to test the product out first, as you know. And after I've tested it out, I've already formulated in my mind some of the points I'm going to talk about. But again, I don't script anything. I just go and I do it, right? And that's what I'll do today too. I already have in my mind what I'm going to say, and I just have to do it. This review will be basically mostly a voiceover review with shots to support the voiceover. So it's a little bit different than your typical review, but it's not an e-bike review. So it's a product review, but it'll be on Russ is Right, for those who want to watch that review. But I told the company that I would try to get it out this week. I was thinking, I said that early in the week. I think I responded like on a Saturday, because I was thinking, okay, it can't last that long, but it's still lasting. So they're expecting it to come in, so I have no option. I'm going to have to do it. So, I mean, when you're not feeling well, you don't want to do anything, really. I mean, you just don't. You don't have the energy to do it. And then on top of that, your voice is all messed up on top of it. But it's hanging over my head, and I can't stand that. Hanging over my head. Who says that? See all these phrases that come up, when you're actually talking, you don't realize you actually use these phrases that everyone says, but you do. Yeah. I've always wondered, if I wasn't a native English speaker, would I be coming up with all these phrases, that you pick up from hearing other people say? I don't know. I mean, you hear certain things your whole life, so it's just a natural part of the way you talk, right? And but if it wasn't your native language and you were learning a language, would you pick up all these little nuances and sayings that people say? I knew this one woman who was she was Chinese, but she had a British accent because she lived in the UK for like 8 years. And she was, and when you listen to her talk English, that is, because she speaks Chinese too, but when you listen to her talk English, she has a British accent because she's there for 8 years, and it probably refined her English speaking skills. But she picked up all of the things that the British people would say too. I mean, if you go into the washroom, she's not going to say the washroom. She says, "I got to go to the loo," right? Or I wonder if the lifts are working. Elevators, the lifts. So little things like that you will pick up because that's how you learned it, right? But I wonder if they would pick up all these other little phrases like yeah, I've got this hanging over my head and things. I think they would. I think they would pick it up. I mean, the very first time they would hear it, they would probably ask, what does that mean, right? And then somebody explains to them, and then they'll start using those phrases too. So it's the way it is. It's the way it is. I mean, even saying the way it is. Who started saying that? All right, that's enough for today. It's enough blabbing. Hey, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Keep an eye out on the Russ is Right channel for the review. Eventually it will come out. I mean, it won't be, if I finish it today, it won't be uploaded for you to see tomorrow. I do still need to send it to the company to approve it, and then I can release it at that time. They're not going to say anything. I've worked with this company before, and it's just their policy. They want to seize everything before it gets published. It's okay. I don't mind that. It just drags it out longer, right? So anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time.